Hello, everybody. Welcome to Forensic Science class. Just wanted to give you a video on how to do the notes this week in case you missed the notes we did on Monday. So the first thing you might want to do is open the note pages. If you decided to write out your notes, you can just get a piece of paper and pencil ready. But I would click on Task 1, History of Forensic Notes. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, you can either type your notes in the Google document or you can write it on a piece of paper. Either way works for me. If you write it on a piece of paper, just send me a text message or email me a photo of your work. If you're doing it on the Google Doc, you're just going to write your answers. They're going to be fill in the blank styles. So from what you see on the slides, you're going to put it in here. And so I'll show you the first two, but then after that, I'm just going to go through the slides. Okay, so let's begin. So the field of forensic science really started as death investigation. People have been dying since the dawn of time, and we've always wanted to know how people died. So if you're taking notes in the document, you're just going to want to go here, and then you could just write started as death investigation. Okay, and that would be the notes. People have, throughout history, have always wondered or have always asked, how did he or she die? You know, if it's someone we really care about, we want to know. We want to know, was it accidental? We want to know if it was on purpose. That way we can have some justice for our loved one. So that would go here. I've always been asking, how did he or she die? Cool. Okay. So now we're going to get into a timeline of events. So the time period in the 1200s, we have the first forensic autopsies, and they were done at the University of Bologna in Italy. And in this photo down here, you can see these two gentlemen who are dressed in their everyday clothes are going to be doing an autopsy on this body here. Okay, so in our note page, we have, if we scroll down, now we're going to put the 1200s here. And first forensic autopsies. Okay. All right. And you're just going to fill in the chart with the blanks below. So I'm going to go ahead and present my screen so we can see the notes bigger. And then you can fill it in with the blanks. All right. Cool. So we have these two gentlemen. They're doing an autopsy on that body there. Okay. Next, in the 1800s, we have many technological advancements that occurred in the field of forensic science, making evidence detection and analysis more accurate. So on your notes, you're gonna want to write down or type in the 1800s, and then technological advancements goes in the blank on the other side of the paper. All right, many technological advancements, microscopes, new tests to detect certain things, a bunch of new technology that helps to detect to find the evidence and to analyze it more accurately. So in the 1800s, we have the first bullet comparison. So this would go right under technological advancements. This is the next one. And it's used to catch a murderer. So we have microscopes that we can use that will make this image bigger so that way we can see that the markings on each bullet match. Then we have the first use of toxicology. Ology means the study of. Toxic is something that's poisonous. So we develop ways to trace for different toxins in the body. Particularly in this case was arsenic, and we can test for arsenic poisoning through urine samples or through blood samples, and it also leaves markings on the fingers and hands. And then the last thing that we did that was developed in the 1800s was a test to detect blood at a crime scene, especially when the blood has been removed or cleaned up. So you're going to want to get tests to detect blood down in your notes. There's a video here. You can watch it in your own time if you want to. We watched it in class, so I'm going to skip forward. So in your notes, you should have first forensic autopsies. In the 1800s, you should have the first, it just went too far. You should have technological advancements goes here, bullet comparison goes here, test to detect blood goes here. Or no, this is the first use of toxicology, goes there. Test to detect blood goes here. And then we're going to be in the 1900s. So I'll type that in here. Okay. So let's take a look about what happened in the 1900s. Okay. Sorry about that. It's just loading. Okay. So in the 1900s, we have the professionalization of the field. And what this means is that forensic science is now a field you can go into and study. It's a job that you can actually have. Before this, the crime scene investigation was done mostly by police officers, which is okay, but we want people with specific training on how to actually process the evidence correctly. So we have 1900s, which is going to go on the left side, and professionalization, which will go on the right side of your notes in your note page. Next, we have the development of the scanning electron microscope, which is one of the coolest inventions in modern time. So we have this huge microscope. It connects to a computer, and like you see in this image here, this is a piece of paper magnified so that way you can see it better. If you want to watch that video, you could go ahead and click on it in the notes. In the 1900s, we also have the first use of DNA to solve a crime. So this is very important. Being able to identify people from crime scenes with DNA is very accurate. Each one of us, our DNA is unique to us, so it doesn't match another person. And then lastly, in the 2000s, forensic science is seen as a critical part of law enforcement. So you can see here, this is the evidence recovery unit of Worcester. And so it's actually a part of the police department that goes out and conducts investigations. We have specific training and protocol. There are specific ways that we're going to learn about to pick up evidence, to search a crime scene. And these have been established to make sure that evidence is not damaged or tampered with and can be used reliably in court. And lastly, there are large international databases of criminals. When a person commits a crime, if they are arrested, they will be photographed. They'll get their mugshot taken. Personal information will be recorded. Fingerprints, DNA samples, if necessary, will all be recorded and stored in the computer. And this helps if a person commits a crime again. They can be searched and hopefully found and accessed quickly. All right, so those are all the notes. So let me just pop right back into the note page. So you're going to want to have the 2000s here. Oops. Should actually go up on that top line. And then you're going to want to put is seen as a critical part of law enforcement will go in this box. Specific training and protocol will go in this box. And then large international database is the last piece of information you'll need. All right, guys. So once you finish, go ahead and click the turn in button that should be up here. And yeah, thank you for watching this video.